Hey people, it's happy Monday. It's a good Monday. We are back from election weekend results and we have a new president. Very, very happy about that. Not because I'm a big Biden supporter or even like anti Donald Trump. It's just because I was just tired of 4 years of the same garbage. Not even rhetoric. It was just garbage to me. What he was doing, and he was really bad at his job as presidency. If you have to fire like I think 100, almost 100 people, you have to fire all these people and rehire every couple of. It's just nonsense. It's 4 years of that roller coasters, celebrity nonsense, and that's the thing. Like I don't take my hair to get cut at my auto mechanic. I don't take my car to get fixed at my barbershop. Right? The same way I don't vote a celebrity reality star to run the country, to dictate politics that will affect not just my life but my children's life. Already it's a mess. Education is a mess. Housing is a mess. The budget just is something. We're gonna have to repay all that money. The stimulus checks you guys got, that money didn't come out of the air. The $50 billion Trump got farmers, the whole fake trade war with China that cost us money, the building of the wall that never really happened. All of that nonsense costs money, right? And it's not credit card. You're not buying Prada, Gucci. It's not, a fancy car in a parking lot that you look at it and you're like, shit, how am I going to pay for this now? It's a lot of money. And that money's going to have to come from somewhere. And I think Trump, honestly, I didn't even know why he wants to stay in office. Because the next 4 years in this country is going to be fixing the coronavirus, right? And I think today I just saw the vaccine is coming out now. Funny enough, everyone predicted, like, watch, after the election they're going to have a vaccine. But it's funny enough, the vaccine is not even coming from this whole warp speed thing that Trump was doing. It came from left field, from somewhere else. Coronavirus has to be fixed. This big budget deficit has to be fixed. On top of that, there's an economy that we have to bring back. So that means you kind of have to spend money maybe to bring that back. There's some sort of stimulus package. We didn't get it because our household make more than what they wanted to give us checks. Funny enough, our kids got checks. And so my peers, they're like, yeah, my check came from my kids, but I didn't get anything. Same with us. We got a check for our kids. I didn't get any stimulus money this year. Lucky enough, knock on wood, that I still have a job, I still have a profession, I still have health insurance, because a lot of people lost jobs and health insurance. That's something that's not being said too. It's not just losing a job, it's losing health insurance too. So a lot of people don't have health insurance right now. Even if you're furloughed or you're back part-time, you don't have health insurance. Albeit a lot of the industries that laid off people, like restaurants and I'm not sure the airline industry, these restaurants and entertainment and industries I don't even think they're giving health insurance to their employees anyway to begin with. But I did have a couple of friends that got laid off that lost health insurance, and they had to end up using their stimulus checks and those unemployment payments to cover health insurance costs. So it's like, it's just, they didn't even make any money. You might as well just be unemployed with health insurance and unemployed with a new car you're driving. That's how they looked at it. Whereas a lot of people went out and bought cars. The American mentality, right? I don't have a job. I'm getting these checks from the government. I'm gonna just buy a new BMW or old used car and park it up and look at it because there's nowhere to go. Everything's locked down. That's most people do it. And I love you guys. You're Americans. That's the American mentality. You gotta love it. No one else does it like we do, right, people? You gotta fix that. On top of that, 40 or 60 million people were unemployed in 2020, whether like continuously or off and on. So a lot of taxes, income tax, was not being paid to the government. So the government lost revenue from taxes that would have been made from people working, from people spending money. I know people spend money on the stimulus checks, but when you spend the stimulus checks and stuff, the money just goes back to the government where it came from. So the government, federal government and local governments were not making money from loss of income taxes, and loss of just spending in general was down. So there's also already a deficit in income. There's a deficit because he gave stimulus checks out. There's a deficit because Trump gave billions of dollars to farmers. He increased the military spending. Before COVID, like We spend a lot of money in the military to improve tanks, bulletproof vests, helmets. I think I saw something with billions of dollars for helmets for the military, and a simple virus the size of a pin drop crippled the whole country for a year, right? I've been inside for a year. My kids barely made it out to school in September. Lucky for us, because a lot of countries don't have kids back in school yet. And there's a third wave happening right now in November. So a lot of things have to be fixed. The health of the country has to be fixed. Financial health of the country has to be fixed. The mental health of bringing people together has to be fixed. And there's also the spiritual healing of America. And I think that's a bit far-fetched. America was never a spiritual place, right? Never a spiritual place. Look at this Copeland preacher guy's talking about Donald Trump is still president. He's preaching on Sunday. They call it. He's supposed to be a man of God, and he supports Donald Trump after all that Trump has done. Come on now. There's no spiritualness in America in regards to religion or this apple pie, this warm heartland feeling. That was never fucking there. I mean, this country was stolen from Indians and built by slaves. Come on. There's no spiritual warmth in this country. And if there was, it was fake, and they got found out when everyone became woke in the last couple of years. So there's no spiritual. We don't even celebrate Columbus Day anymore. You know, it's Native American Day. You know, everything's just flipped around because the reality of what this country is built on is out. So I don't know. On that, I don't know. Why does Trump want to be president still? You know, there's a lot to fix. He entered the election 4 years on this Obama thing. The economy was doing pretty good. Maybe not for everyone. And that's one of the things that Joe Biden said that really impressed me. I felt Obama was president for pretty much the blue side of the country. Hillary Clinton ran for the blue side of the country on the balance of Trump running for the red side of the country, the red MAGA hats. That was Trump and Hillary's the blue. Biden now, I think he wants to bring red and blue together, and Biden wants the purple country. He wants everyone to come together. I think we should, as Americans, even if you're racist, and that's the thing with these Trump supporters, like, half the country still voted for him. Does that mean half the country's racist, and half the country's like Donald Trump, and half the country thinks the things he thinks? I don't know that. But the thing that always bothered me about racism in America, more so in America than other countries, and if you go to Europe or any of the big countries, Brazil especially, or Spain, if people are racist, you know they're racist the minute you meet them. Yeah, I've been around the world, and I know how other countries are. In America, people hide their racism. Apparently, for generations, for years, you could live next to someone, and maybe they might hate you because of your skin color, but they talk to you, whatever. It's weird in this country. I don't know why racist people feel they need to hide themselves. And I think Trump brought a lot of that out. People felt like, oh yes, I can finally say what I wanted to say for all these years. I can finally call the cops on black people. I can finally say all lives matter or blue lives matter. And that's a weird thing with this. I'm going to do another video, the Blue Lives Matter. It's a weird movement for me. Anyway, so I'm going to end this video here. I have a Zoom call soon. But it's looking up Monday morning. We're free. I guess people are dancing in the streets all weekend. There's fireworks in Europe. Paris were ringing bells. Like, there's a new pope. All over the world, from Brazil to China to even parts of Russia, I've seen people are like, yeah. So I guess we won something. But hopefully Biden... the most I could ask from him is he fixes coronavirus. I'm tired of being home. I want to go back out. Trump had no plan for that. Don't lie to me. Don't tell me he did. All right, he had no plan for that. Biden seems to have a plan already. I think last night he said this morning, Monday morning, they're going to start a task force for fixing COVID. So I'm happy with that. That's a start. I think Trump is still playing golf. That's your president. That's your 45 Trump supporters. Your 45 is playing golf. The country's on fire. Half the country's on fire. Half the country is underwater down in Florida. The Midwest, Michigan, the middle of the country is racial, distraught. And the homeboy is playing golf. And there's an election that's being contested still that he thinks he won, that he didn't. And he's playing golf all weekend. Yeah, that's your 45. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to doing more of these things. That's my Zoom call. Call me, guys. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.